Brutus is a custom 2004 Chevrolet S10. In 2004, they they went to the Colorado instead of the S10. Concept dog monster truck owned by Team Scream Racing out of Columbus, Michigan. The truck was originally created in 2001 and was best known for being driven by Chris Bergeron, who drove the truck until his retirement towards the end of the 2013 season. Since then, Brutus has been driven by various drivers, including Brad Allen, Chris Kohler, Craig Champion. The truck has also made six World Monster Jam World Finals appearances and has competed under various identities in Monster Jam, including Monster Mutt Rottweiler, who we'll get to, Monster Mutt, who we'll get to, and my previous videos of El Toro Loco. Go watch that if you haven't seen them already. Brutus Brutus debuted back in 2001 with Chris Bergeron behind the wheel. At the time of its debut, the truck originally used a Chevrolet S10 body style and was based around Marcus Julius Brutus, the Roman assassin at the time. At the first show in Pontiac, Michigan for 2002, the wheel came off as the truck pulled out of its parking stall. The truck continued to compete with the original design in 2003 until later in the year when it would debut the iconic 3D dog design body style. From that point on, Bergeron and the truck would rise to stardom during the 2004 season and would become popular. In 2005, Bergeron and Brutus would be invited to compete in Monster Jam World Final 6. During said events, they would be eliminated in round 2 of racing by Jimmy Cretin and Bounty Hunter and finish 14th in freestyle. He would again be invited to compete in Monster Jam World Final 7 the following year, only to not be eliminated in the first round by Tom Mintz and Maximum Destruction, but also score last in freestyle. Get away, bug. In 2007, Bergeron and Brutus would be invited to compete in Monster Jam World Finals 8. Yet again, Bergeron would defeat teammate Jim Kohler in Avenger in round 1, only to be eliminated again by Tom Meents in Maximum Destruction in round 2. The truck would also place 19th in freestyle. Meanwhile, the truck would make its first video game appearance in the Monster Jam 2007 video game. Brutus would receive a new Racehorse chassis in September the following year. The previous chassis would be converted into its first sister truck, Spike Unleashed. Pretty amazing stuff, huh? In 2009, Bergeron and Brutus would be invited to compete in Monster Jam World Finals 10. During said event, Bergeron would lay down his best performance out of all his World Finals appearances, making it to the 3rd round of racing, only to be eliminated by Tom Meents yet again. Despite this, he would finish 3rd in the freestyle, being the first truck out for freestyle. Brutus would not compete in the World Finals the following year, but would be featured as part of the event's encore performances, running as Wrecking Crew. The truck would also be featured in Monster Jam Path of Destruction. In that same year, Bergeron and the truck won racing in the Back to School Monster Truck Bash in Charlotte, North Carolina. In 2011, Bergeron and Brutus would again return to compete in Monster Jam World Finals 12. For the occasion, a brand new paint scheme was unveiled featuring slightly darker tone of the brown on the fur, an orange collar, bloodshot eyes, and extensive saliva drooling from the mouth. Unfortunately, both truck and driver would be eliminated in racing after crashing in the first round against Damon Bradshaw in the U.S. Air Force Afterburner, and finished 18th in freestyle after a violent wreck attempting to go through the backflip ramp, unaware it wasn't meant for so. That's why this team is crazy, and I do mean crazy because they haven't seen two of the trucks. In 2012, Bergeron and the truck would be invited to compete in Monster Jam World Finals for 13. The year before was 13, 12. God, I'm dumb. Despite being eliminated in the first round of racing by Mark McDonald and El Toro Loco, they would lay down a considerate freestyle and finish ninth in freestyle. This would mark their last World Finals appearance altogether. 2013 would be Bergeron's last year of driving Brutus before his retirement. Towards the end of the season, afterwards, the truck would be shelved as the chassis would be converted into its second sister truck, Megabyte, with Brad Allen driving. Allen would drive Brutus for select shows throughout the 2014 season and 15 as well. Brutus returned to full competition in 2016 with Allen driving. Both truck and driver would compete in the second ever Fox Sports 1 Championship Series and would win even when the donut competition in the series in Anaheim the following year. Brutus competed in FS1 Championship Series East. It would run several identities throughout the series, such as the Rod Ryan Show in Houston, Joey Strong in Detroit, Mike Thompson Drive the Truck in Fishersville and Quarryville. Moving on. In 2018, Brutus would compete in Monster Jam Stadium Championship Series 1 as Monster Mutt Rottweiler, competing alongside teammate Avenger. Allen and the truck would be invited to compete in a Double Down Showdown in Monster Jam World Finals 19. The following year, Brutus competed as El Toro Loco for Monster Jam Stadium Championship Series 1. Following the first quarter, Brian Van Clark would drive the truck for select independent shows, serving as the teammate to Corey Rummel's Avenger. Why does my voice go out every time I do these? In 2020, the truck returned to running as Monster Mutt Rottweiler, competing in Monster Jam Stadium Championship Series Red after the series abruptly ended in March due to, say it with me, viewers, the COVID-19 pandemic. I applaud you for sharing that with me. All right. Brutus competed in select independent shows for the remainder of the season. Allen would continue to drive until his departure from Team Scream sometime later. He would later join TK Motorsports to drive Nitro Menace for the 2022 Monster Jam Arena Championship Series West. Rookie driver Craig Champion later took over the driving duties. Meanwhile, due to the truck's original chassis being used by Chris Kohler to compete as Axe, the truck would transfer to Axe's previous chassis. Craig Champion would drive in select Monster Jam events throughout the 2021 season, most notably San Antonio, Texas, and Grand Rapids, Michigan. Oh boy. In 2022, Brutus ran as El Toro Loco on the Monster Jam Stadium Championship Series Yellow, with Champion driving, although not getting any wins and not finishing very high. Champion was notable for a big surprise during the series, putting on a lot of successful skill and freestyle runs, improving well. His most famous moments would come in San Diego, where he would unexpectedly attempt a front flip during skills and would be unsuccessful, but pulled off a double barrel roll save in the process and would not be able to compete in the freestyle in the aftermath due to damage. After this, gave him the Crash Magnus of the Year award at World Finals. The World Finals, he would finish 10th place in the series standings. Jim Kohler would also use the chassis during the high jump competition at World Finals. Champion would be originally scheduled to compete in Brutus for Kansas City in June, but would be removed from the lineup for unknown reasons. John Kohler, Jim's other son, starts driving the truck in the summer. Joe Foley drives the truck in the Lucas Oil Dirt Speedway. In 2023, the truck runs as Monster Mutt and is driven by Chris Kohler on the Blue Stadium Tour. The truck will make its Monster Jam return in New Orleans as driven by Chris Kohler